What's going on, everybody? Sharaja Singh here again, founder and CEO of Six Figure Ad Funnels. In today's video, we're going to talk about doctor style selling. Now, what is doctor style selling, right? Everyone has been through sales trainings. If you're watching this video, there's a 98% chance you're a business owner like me. Everyone's been through sales trainings. Not all sales trainings were created equal. I've been through 5. I only liked 1. Only one of them really actually works at scale, and people enjoy the process of being sold because they don't feel like they're being sold. And that is this, doctor style selling, right? Let's go over, first of all, what is the difference between this and other styles of selling? Now, there's salespeople and there's closers, right? So on one hand, you have salespeople like used car salesmen, insurance salesmen, stock broker salespeople, people that cold call you, right? Those are the typical what you think of when you think of sales. Like, keep that as far away from me as possible, right? On the other hand, you have closers, high ticket closers. These are the people that you call in when you want to close a big real estate deal, or let's say you have this $15 million business acquisition that you want to close. You're not going to call a salesperson, hey, Mr. Car Dealer, come sell this for me. No, there's a different style, right? Because closers close deals. Salespeople try to sell stuff. Everyone's been through an unpleasant sales process where it's very, very obvious that the person you're speaking to, 1, doesn't care about you, 2, is just trying to sell you. Like, they honestly could not care less about anything about you other than your money. The only thing they care about is your money, and they're trying to take as much of it as possible. Everyone has met salespeople like that. That's why salespeople get a bad rap, because there's a lot of salespeople that are like that. We don't want to come off that way, right? We don't want to accidentally, unconsciously come off like a salesperson, especially if we're selling a high ticket program and it's a coaching or consulting program where you're going to be with the client long term. Your sales call kind of sets the pace and cadence for your entire relationship with your client. You want to make sure that when they go through your sales process, it's pleasant, it's smooth, and it genuinely does not feel like they're being sold. Because that's the best way to sell people. Make them think that they're buying something rather than being sold something. Everyone likes to buy stuff. Nobody likes to be sold stuff, right? So what's the difference between a salesperson and a closer? Well, a closer doesn't care if you buy or not, first of all. They're not trying to sell you. They're genuinely interested in you as a person, and they want to help you. Like, you can feel, hey, this person cares about me. This person is listening to me. I like this person. Closers just have this charisma. You don't know why you like them. You might not, but you just like them. You don't like salespeople. You talk to a salesperson and you're just waiting for the conversation to end. You're talking to a closer, you forget what you had going on after the conversation because you just want to talk to him all day. Closers are good at this, right? Now here's why they do it, or here's how they do it. Everyone has their own style, obviously, but you want to come across as an authoritative yet empathetic person that is also made of value, essentially. Like, you want to be the physical embodiment of value as well as empathy and authority. Now, why do I say doctor style selling? Well, 1, doctors are arguably one of the most respected and highest authorities in society right now. If a doctor tells you to do something, you're going to do it. If you need an example, look at COVID. Doctors said, wear a mask, stay inside, take the vaccine. Everybody is wearing a mask, staying inside, taking the vaccine. I mean, there's people that don't want to, but the majority of people are doing that. Who said it? Doctors said it. The government also said it, but the government is using doctors as proof. Hey, the doctor said it, that's why we got to do it. When you go to a doctor's office, you're not going to go to a doctor's office and say, you know what, Mr. Doctor, I don't believe that you're a real doctor. I don't think you're qualified to actually give me medicine. I want to see your certificate. I want to see that you've taken the Hippocratic Oath. I want to see your MCAT score. I want to see your MD certificate. Show me that you actually bachelor's degree. Like, no one's going to go into a doctor's office and start talking like this. Nobody. You'll just get kicked out of the office. Why do you let people talk to you like that on sales calls? Now, I'm not saying that all of you do that, but everyone has had those calls where you just come in and you let a prospect just walk all over you. Yeah, don't do that. You're the doctor, right? So here's the thing. here's the frame that you need to have when you get on sales call. One, the prospect is sick. Like the prospect is genuinely sick. They have leukemia, they have cancer, they have tuberculosis, bronchitis, whatever it is. They don't know what they have, they just know that they're sick and they want medicine. You as the doctor are responsible for helping them because they came to your hospital, right? The prospect comes to you for medicine to cure their sickness. They don't know what the sickness actually is. They just know that they're sick and they need help, right? You are the doctor. So this is what you need to drill into your head. The prospect is sick. They come to you for medicine. You are the doctor, which gives you all of the authority, all of the power, all of the value. You literally have the cure to their cancer. Like without you, they have cancer. With you, they don't have cancer anymore. You're very up in the position of power, value, authority. And if you're empathetic on top of that, then they just like you a lot, which is good, right? Let's go over this. You are the doctor, the prospect is sick, your call is the hospital, your program is the medicine, and your responsibility as the doctor is to first diagnose them and then prescribe them the right medicine. Why is it important that we diagnose them first and prescribe them medicine later? Because salespeople, they don't care why you want to buy something. They just care that you want to buy something, and then they try to sell you whatever they can that happens to be the most expensive. You don't just try to sell people immediately. You need to understand first, what are their reasons for even wanting to buy in the first place? Understand those reasons, uncover the deeper reasons behind them, and then use those emotions and pains and dreams to close them and sell them exactly what is a fit for them, right? It's very, very important that you drill this into your mindset. Like, I am the doctor, my call is the hospital, my program, my service is the medicine that the patient has come to the hospital to receive, and the patient is sick. Like if I don't give them medicine, or I don't at the very least refer them to another hospital that has the medicine they need, they're gonna stay sick. If they have leukemia, or they have cancer, or they have tuberculosis, they're gonna die. Like that's a terminal illness. It is our responsibility to help these people, right? So, first thing we need to do is we need to diagnose them. Why are they sick? Like they say that they're sick, but how do we know? They could come in and say that they have tuberculosis, but in reality they just have a sore throat and they have a runny nose or something, right? They could say it's like, oh, I just have the flu, but they actually have COVID. They don't know. They're not the doctor. We are. We need to diagnose them. We need to find out what symptoms are they currently experiencing and how long have these symptoms been going on. Like, okay, so you say you're sick. Like, what does that mean? So you say you want to lose weight. When you say you want to lose weight, like what does that mean for you specifically? Oh, I want to lose 15 pounds. Oh, I have a runny nose and I've been coughing and I have diarrhea, right? Okay, how long has this been going on? How long have you been coughing, runny nose, diarrhea? Like 4 months? 4 months? That's really bad. 4 months? Why didn't you come to the hospital sooner? I don't know. I don't know, right? You'll start to uncover things. So how long have you been trying to lose 15 pounds? Oh, like 2 years. 2 years? Yeah. What have you tried to fix this in the last 2 years? Well, I've tried starving myself and I've tried cutting out carbs. And how well has that worked for you so far? It hasn't actually. Why do you think that is? I don't know. I honestly thought that was the way to lose weight, but now I'm realizing it's not. I mean, do you guys have a better way to do it? I mean, we do, but before I get into that, I just want to understand a couple more things, right? Keep diagnosing them. You want to uncover their pain points. You want to uncover, like, again, what symptoms are they experiencing? How long have these symptoms been going on? When did the symptoms start? So if you think back to the first time that you realized that you wanted to lose 15 pounds, like when was that? What was that point when you looked in the mirror and you're like, you know what, enough is enough, I need to lose 15 pounds. And then they tell you, oh, it was when my ex-girlfriend dumped me and she said that I was too fat. Extreme example, right? Not everyone's gonna be like that. Oh, I mean, you know, it was the first time I went to the locker room in high school and I took off my shirt and everybody was jacked and they had abs and they made fun of me because I had a belly and I had like man boobs, and then I was like, oh, I want to lose weight. Right? You uncover this and then you use that because now they're talking about something emotional. They're reliving the pain. You can use that in the close if they give you objections. You can use that to close them, right? Yeah, you want to uncover, what do these symptoms feel like? Oh man, I'm so sorry to hear that. I mean, yeah, I could only imagine how I would have felt if I had experienced the same thing. And they say something, oh yeah, man. I'm just curious, like, how did it feel when everybody made fun of you for having man boobs in the locker room, right? And then they'll tell you. I mean, obviously you need to be smooth with your questions. Don't be salesy about it. Don't just be like, oh man, so how does it feel to get made fun of? Like, be smart, right? But if you ask them, then they'll tell you, oh, it felt like this. I felt bad about myself. I felt ashamed, unconfident, whatever, right? Do you still feel that way? Or have you improved? I wouldn't even say have you improved. Do you still feel that way about yourself? Let them fill the silence. I mean, sometimes, yeah. Do you want to feel that way? Well, not really. I don't want you to feel that way either, man. I mean, you deserve to feel confident, right? Because now you've uncovered like the deepest emotion. They come into the call saying, I want to lose weight. Now you've diagnosed that the reason they want to lose weight is because they feel ashamed about their body. Now, you can't just assume that. You might assume that initially. Never assume anything in sales. You might assume that they feel ashamed about their body, but in reality, the only reason they want to lose weight is because they have a bodybuilding competition that's coming up and they just want something to help them prepare for that. Never assume. Ever. Like, let them tell you what the reason actually is. If they say that it's this, now you have emotional leverage over them, right? We also want to understand, what are the symptoms like right now? Right? Like, we kind of went over that already. Do you still kind of feel that way right now? And he's like, yeah, I do. A little bit. Pick up on the keywords. And based on the keywords that people say during the discovery phase, ask them more questions about that. Right? Like, let's say he's like, oh, I feel ashamed. Oh man, why do you feel ashamed? Because I feel like I'm not good enough. You're not good enough? What do you mean? Like, I don't feel like I'm as much of a man as I could be if I'm not jacked and in shape. Create more questions that help you understand, again, what are the symptoms, how long have they been going on, when did they start, what do these symptoms feel like, how do you know they even exist? Like, how do you know that these symptoms even exist? How do you know that they're not just completely made up in the mind? Maybe someone thinks they have tuberculosis, but in reality they don't, and they just have a fever. How do you know? So why exactly do you want to lose weight? I mean, I just want to feel in shape. I want to look in the mirror and I want to respect what I see. I want to appreciate what I see. Do you mind if I ask you a personal question? Yeah, sure, go for it. Do you not respect what you see when you look in the mirror right now? Ooh, right? Like, now you're really digging into the pain and you're doing it smoothly. You're not like a typical salesperson just stabbing them with a knife and then twisting it and then saying, how does it feel to have a knife in you, bro? Like, don't be one of those people, right? You're not trying to stick a knife into them and ask them how it feels to be stabbed. You're trying to make them aware of the fact, hey, you realize there's a knife in your chest, right? Oh, I forgot that was there. You forgot that was there? How long has that been there? I don't know, like 8 months? How have you just forgotten that there's a knife in your chest? I don't know. Why haven't you pulled it out in the last 8 months? I don't know. Maybe I'm just too scared. But why are you scared? I think it would be better if somebody else pulled the knife out of my chest, right? It's a different dynamic completely, especially if you're the doctor. Ah, that's why you came to the doctor's office, right? Because you want us to pull the knife out of your chest? Yes, that is exactly why I came to the hospital. You see the difference, right? Now, after you diagnose all of that, right? Again, besides the obvious, why do you want the symptoms to go away? So, be careful with this. Don't overdo it, right? But it's like, you can use this in certain situations. Like, say it's a B2B offer. It's like, okay, so besides money, why do you even want your business to scale? Besides the fact that you're spending 10 hours a day on lead gen, why do you even want to run ads? So on and so forth, right? Understand, like, besides the obvious, why do they even want the symptoms to go away? If you do this right, you will get the prospect to verbally admit to you that one, they need help, and that two, there's a deep emotional reason for wanting the solution, which you can, again, use to influence them in the close if they give you objections. Now, after you diagnose everything, you want to restate and confirm what you have diagnosed. You don't want to just be like, okay, awesome, thank you, let's move on. So, with the fitness example, you want to be like, all right, so let me see if I got this right. So, you want to lose 15 pounds, right? Yeah, you've been trying for the last 3 years, and it hasn't worked because you've tried starving yourself, you've tried cutting carbs, and it just didn't work, right? Yeah, okay. And this has been going on ever since you took your shirt off in the locker room and then everybody made fun of you for having man boobs, and you just don't really want to feel ashamed of yourself anymore. Like, you want to feel like a real man, right? Yeah. That does two things. One, it shows that you listened. Like, you literally demonstrates verbally in real time, hey, I was paying attention and I was listening to you. People like it when you actually care about them and listen to them. And then two, he has just relived all of the pain that he revealed to you, and now he's in the darkness. He's in the pain. He's like, yeah, wow, when you say it like that, this sounds a lot worse than I thought, right? And you want to keep him there so that when you give him your proposal, it takes him out of the darkness and it puts him into the light, because nobody wants to live in the darkness, right? Now, after you restate the current situation, if we could take care of these symptoms, what ideally would you want to experience? Find out what is his desired situation. What is his goal, right? So if we were able to help you lose the 15 pounds, right? And you didn't have to feel ashamed about yourself anymore, and you respected what you saw in the mirror. Like, what ideally would that look like for you? Like, how would your life change if we did that for you? Put them in their dream state, take them out of the pain, put them in their dream. Oh, that would feel amazing. I'd feel super confident. I would love myself. I would respect myself. I'd feel like the man. Right now, they take themselves out of the darkness, put them into the light. Will you take the medicine if we give it to you? This is the point where you want to make them admit that they need your help and commit to actually receiving the solution. So, fitness example again. Yeah, I feel like the man. I'd respect myself. Yeah, man. And I want you to feel that way too. Now, obviously, we do have a mentoring program, a fitness program that can help you achieve those goals. But before we get into that, I mean, would you have 5 to 7 hours a week to actually dedicate towards doing the exercise and the nutrition if it was a fit? Yeah, I could make that work. Awesome. And do you believe that a fitness program could help you achieve whatever his goal is? Could help you lose 15 pounds and feel like the man again? Yeah, I do believe that. They admit, they commit. And would you agree with me that if you tried to do it all on your own, you probably wouldn't achieve the goal? Yeah, because he admitted that he couldn't do it himself earlier, right? The point of this is you're supposed to close them in the first 3 sections before you ever get to the close. That way objections don't come up. You want to pre-handle every objection in the entire discovery and proposal phase before you ever close them. That way, ideally, the only objection that can ever come up is just money. And then that's really not that hard to handle. Especially if you're targeting the right people and you're speaking to an affluent audience. If they have money and you've already done all of this, you won't even have objections. Objectionless close. Price, 4K. Oh, that's it? Done. Cool, let's move forward. Close, easy, right? So we have the frame, we have the discovery, now we have the proposal phase, right? Now, I say proposal instead of pitch. I don't like the word pitch. Pitch just sounds salesy. You hear the word pitch, you're either thinking of baseball, like pitch, or you're thinking of sales and somebody trying to sell you something. Give me your sales pitch. Give me your pitch. Let me listen. Like, you don't want to have a pitch, right? Not a pitch. You have a proposal. Let me pitch you this idea real quick. Versus, let me propose you something. Let me suggest you something. Different, right? A doctor is not going to pitch you the medicine. He's going to suggest that you take this medicine. What I propose is that you take this medicine and then you come back to me and you let me know if you have any other symptoms, right? What you do is you offer them a solution to their problem as well as the reasons why the solution works. So you don't just say, all right, so we have a 90-day fitness mentoring program and it's going to help you lose weight. So what do you say? Let's do it. No, okay? You need to have, you could have a 5-step process, 3 pillars, however you want to do it, but make it as simple as possible. All right, so let me tell you about our mentoring program real quick. So 3 pillars. First is that it is completely online fitness mentoring program, which means you're gonna have access to me and all the coaches on Zoom 3 times a week. You're also gonna have 24/7 WhatsApp access, as well as Facebook group and the video course where we teach you how to do all the exercises and give you the nutrition plan. This way you have all the information you need. We can hold you accountable all the time, even if we're not in the gym with you. Does that make sense? Yeah. Why do you think we do it online rather than in person? I don't know. Why do you do it online? Take a guess. You seem like a smart guy. Well, maybe because you guys can help me even when we're not in the gym? Exactly. Would you agree with me that if we were just an in-person trainer, the only time we'd really see each other is when we're in the gym? Yeah, right? And do you kind of see how an online program makes it easier for us to stay in contact at all times of the day? Yeah. Do you think it's also easier to hold you accountable? This way, if you don't feel like going to the gym one day, we can text you or call you on WhatsApp and be like, hey, did you do your exercises today? And hold you accountable. Yeah, no, that makes sense. So with it all being said, do you think that this kind of, I'm getting a little ahead of myself here, 2 pillars, right? 2 more pillars still to go. Second one is like, second pillar, and I'm making this up completely. I don't do fitness coaching, but second pillar is like, we also have this nutrition plan where in our nutrition plan, we show you the exact, you don't have to count calories, you don't have to count macros. We've pre-designed every single meal for you. And what we've done is we've designed this meal plan based on the ingredients that we know for a fact are available at Target, Walmart, and Kroger. So all you have to do is you have to go buy these exact ingredients, and they're not expensive either. They're actually quite affordable. You can easily get an entire month's worth of grocery under $200, right? All you have to do is you go buy these exact ingredients from Target, you cook them in the exact way that we specified in the instructions, and you eat them exactly how we instruct you to. You don't have to count calories, you don't have to count macros, you don't have to do all that. You just eat food, it's delicious, we've made sure it tastes good, and we've also made sure it's healthy and that it hits all the macros and calories for you. And then the prospect's like, wow, that sounds great. Well, thank you. Do you think that that might help you not feel like starving yourself? Yeah. I do. At the beginning, you could ask, like, why did you starve yourself? Oh, I thought that I had to eat less, and that if I ate delicious foods, then I would eat too much. And you can use, like, if he says that in the discovery, you can use this in the proposal now. This way you can eat delicious foods and eat less at the same time. This way you don't have to starve yourself in order to eat less and not overeat, right? You can use what he says. Yeah, no, that sounds great. Awesome. And then the third pillar is that we're actually going to customize the entire fitness program to you. We're going to show you the exact exercises you need to do in the gym. It's not going to require you to lift for 2 hours ultra heavy weights and be a power lifter or a bodybuilder, but it'll be very, very easy. Typically when people follow this exact process, they can work out for 30 to 40 minutes a day, 5 days a week, and they lose about 5 pounds a month. This way in 3 months you can lose 15 pounds. Make sense? Yeah. So what have you done? You've hit on his pains, you've hit on his goals, fit on his desires, and then after you go through that, do you feel like if you had this entire system behind you, like you had the meal plan done for you, you had the coaching to hold you accountable, you had the exercises showing you how to lose the weight, do you think it's even possible that you wouldn't achieve the goal? Do you think it's even possible that you wouldn't lose 15 pounds, or is it just inevitable? No, it seems inevitable. And how would you feel if you did this program and 90 days from now, you were shredded, you had abs, you lost the 15 pounds, you felt like the man again, you loved yourself, you're confident, you're not ashamed anymore, and now you can look back on that memory and laugh and say that you're even more jacked than the guys that made fun of you in the locker room. How would you feel if we did that? I would feel amazing. That sounds wonderful, right? Now you've closed them in the proposal before they even get to the close part, right? You relate it to what you've diagnosed. You show them why the medicine works by asking them the questions. Why do you think we do it online instead of in person? Why do you think that we've designed these meals for you instead of just giving you ingredients? Why do you think that we've literally created recipes and ingredients for you? Oh, to make it easier for me to eat healthy. Exactly. Now they sell themselves on the program. You don't tell them, we've done this so that it's easy for you to eat healthy. We did this so that we can hold you accountable, because they don't care. Why do you think we did it this way? Oh, so you can do this. Why do you think we've designed the meal plans like this, that we gave you the recipes and the ingredients and we did all of this for you? Why do you think we did that? So that it's easier for me, so I don't have to think about it and I can just do it? Exactly. Right? You clear any doubts they have before prescribing them the medicine. So, based on everything we've said, does this program sound like something that you might be interested in doing? I'd say that with more certainty. Does this program sound like what you've been looking for? It sounds amazing. Okay. Why is it amazing though? And then they answer the question, well, it's amazing because of everything that they just told you, right? And now they sell themselves on your program, right? This eliminates magic pill syndrome or guru syndrome, where people think that they bought this magic pill. Oh, I got this thing, it's just gonna magically work. and then it doesn't, and then they're annoyed and they're upset and they want a refund. Or they're like, oh, but this guru told me this, oh, I don't know if it works. Like, that only happens if you put them through a salesy sales process, right? This emotionally invests them into the solution because now they've justified everything to themselves. So based on everything we just said, does this program sound like something that might help you lose those 15 pounds? Always related back to what's in it for them. Yeah, actually, I think that this is the best thing I've ever found. Why do you feel that way though? Oh, because, well, 1, you do it virtually, 2, you take all the meal plans for me, 3, da da da. Now they justify it to themselves. And it also gives them the logical rationality that they need to justify their decision. It doesn't feel rushed, it doesn't feel forced, it doesn't feel pushy, it doesn't feel salesy, because you're not trying to sell them. You're not. Like, even though you're closing the deal, you're not trying to sell them. You are simply communicating certainty and belief. That's what you're doing. You're just giving them value at the end of the day. Now, obviously, you are still closing them. Your goal is still to close them, obviously. Don't get it twisted. It's like, oh, I'm only gonna help people for free. Like, no, close them, obviously, but don't come into the closing call with the intention of I'm gonna close this person, because you don't want to come in with that intention. You want to come in with the intention of, if this person closes, great. If not, I genuinely don't care, and I'm gonna make sure that they leave the call with value anyways. Because when you come into the call like that, you will close more people because you're not attached to the sale, right? So then you go into the close. You talk about the investment. Why do you feel like it's the best thing? They give you all the reasons. Okay, awesome. So then the only thing left is to talk about the investment. Are you okay if we go over that real quick? Yeah, okay. So the fitness coaching program with the custom meal plans, the custom coaching, the online program and everything, whatever the 3 pillars were, is going to be a one-time investment of 4K. How do you feel about that? Always ask them either, how do you feel about that? Or tell me your thoughts and feelings on that, and we can go from there. Like, don't just say, it's only going to be 4K, let's do it. Don't do that. 4K only. So how would you like to pay? No. How do you feel about that? Check in with them emotionally, because they just heard 4K. The moment they hear the price, they forget about literally everything else you talked about, because 99% of people are sensitive about money, and you want to make sure that you make their emotions smooth and comfortable before taking payment. Otherwise, they're going to have buyer's remorse, and you don't want that, right? It's got to be a one-time investment of 4K. How do you feel about that? And then shut the fuck up and don't say anything else, because you can literally talk yourself out of the sale. How do you feel about that? 4K? Yeah, 4K. That's a lot of money. So if they have an objection, here's the 5-step objection handling process. I'll just put this right here. First, you agree with them. That's a lot of money. No, I hear what you're saying. I mean, we're not talking about whiteboard markers here, right? Like, it's 4K. It's an investment into your fitness that we're talking about. I totally agree that it's a lot of money. But let me ask you this. Take back frame with questions. Step 2. Let me ask you this. If 90 days from now, you could look in the mirror, look yourself in the eyes, and say with conviction, I love myself, I respect myself, I am the man, and I deserve to be the man, and I know it, and I feel better, and I have abs, and I'm a boss. Wouldn't that be worth 4K to you? Is that something that would be worth 4K to you? Right? Take back the control by asking questions. Agree with them first. Don't just jump straight into the questions, because then it'll feel like you're not listening to them. Agree with them. Yeah, no, I totally hear what you're saying. 4K is a lot of money. I'm not going to pretend like it's not. We're not talking about $3 here. It's 4K. But let me ask you this, right? And you ask them questions. Let's say they still have an objection. I mean, yeah, that would be worth 4K, but I mean, 4K is still a lot of money. Okay, so let's put 4K on the side for a moment, right? Like, let's put the investment on the side, forget about the money. Does everything in the program make sense? Yes. Ask them yes-provoking questions. Step 3. Does everything in the program make sense? Yes. Do you believe that this program can get you to the end result you're looking for? Do you believe that if you do this program, that you'll be able to lose those 15 pounds? Yes. Do the steps make sense? Yes. And didn't you tell me that this program is like literally the best thing you've ever seen? Yeah. And didn't you tell me that you wanted to stop feeling ashamed about yourself, and you wanted to feel like the man and feel like you love yourself? Yeah, I did say that. Right? They just agreed with you 6 times. So now they're in a compliant mindset. Step 4, challenge them. So then, you told me that you've been doing this, trying to do this for about 2 to 3 years, right? Yeah. And you tried starving yourself in order to lose the weight? Yeah. And it didn't work. No. So, I mean, let's say that you don't move forward with us today, right? Like, let's say you keep your 4K, you don't move forward with us, you get off this call, nothing changes, you go back to what you were doing before. How are you going to lose those 15 pounds? Oh, well, I guess I'm not going to. Why not? Because I don't know how. So then, I mean, it's already been 2 to 3 years. You're not going to be able to fix it yourself. You've tried, it didn't work, you starved yourself, that was really painful. You still feel ashamed about what happened in the locker room. You deserve to feel better, you want to feel better, you want to feel confident, you want to love yourself, but you don't. I mean, and you deserve to, and you already found the exact solution that's going to take you to where you want to go. You literally said it yourself, you gave me these reasons, and you said that you would feel so much better and everything in your life would improve if you got this taken care of. So let me just ask you this, like, are you going to let something as small as 4K hold you back from achieving the life of your dreams? Mic drop, right? Challenge them, completely destroy their entire frame. Well, no, right? Because like you deserve all of this, right? Yeah, and you want this. Yeah, and you have all of these dreams and pains and emotions behind this. Are you going to let something as small as 4K stop you from achieving this? So what have you done? Now you've positioned the money properly. Are you going to let this stop you from getting what you deserve? No, of course not. I'm not going to let this stop me from getting what I deserve, right? And then you direct them. Stage 5, direct them to the close. Are you going to let something like 4K stop you from getting what you deserve? No, I'm not. Okay, so then, should we move forward then? So instead of saying, let's do it, how would you like to pay? Go ahead, like, don't try to force the close. Like, you want to baby step the close. Like, just softly nudge them in the right direction. Are you going to stop? Are you going to let 4K stop you from getting this? No, I'm not. Okay, so should we move forward then? Okay, so what should we do next? Okay, what would you like to do next? What should we do now? Where should we go from here? How would you like to proceed from here? Like you're directing them, you're closing them, but you're making them feel like they're making the decision. You don't want them to feel like you're making their decision for them. You want them to feel like they made their own decision even if you made it for them, right? Shout out to my sales coach, Mr. Bruno Bairami. Taught me all of this. Very good. We teach all of this to our clients in our service as well, because, I mean, this is half of your business. Half of it is leads and marketing and ads and funnels and all that. The other half is sales. You got the most qualified leads, and if you don't sell them properly, you're not going to convert as many of them, right? These are the closing questions you ask. After you've closed them on literally everything, and mentally in their brain, there is not a single point where they can even get out because you've made it completely no-brainer. Okay, so where would you like to go from here? Are you going to let 4K stop you from getting what you deserve? No, of course not. So then what would you like to do next? Well, I guess I'd like to move forward. How would you like to pay? Credit card. Go ahead with your card details. Done. And if they have money objections, well, no, but 4K is a lot of money. I'm not sure if I can spend that. I totally understand that, okay? So let's do this, right? Let's take the 4K and put that on the side. Now, when you say you can't spend that right now, are you saying that you don't have 4K or that you can't spend that on this right now? Well, I can't spend that on this right now. So are you telling me that you have the 4K, you're just not sure how you're gonna make it work? Yeah, okay. Do you think now might be the time to kind of maybe move some things around and get what you know you deserve? Are you open to having an honest conversation about your finances? Because let's put the money on the side, man. Like, you want to do this, I want to help you do this. We've already agreed that this is a good idea, that you deserve this. Help me help you, right? How do you think we can make this work? What solution do you have in mind? I believe there's only solutions on this world, no problems. What solution do you think we can give to this? Don't offer them a payment plan, have them offer you a payment plan. So you're saying you can't spend the 4K right now, but you agree with me that this is going to change your life, right? Yeah. And you agree with me that you deserve this, right? Okay. So obviously you say you can't spend 4K right now. So what solution do you think we can offer to this? Propose me something. Don't say pitch me an idea. What solution do you think we can do? Pitch me an idea. No. What solution do you think we can offer to this? Propose me something. Let them propose you something. Could you do it for less? Are you asking for a discount? Yeah. Unfortunately, we don't do discounts. Why not? because that wouldn't be fair to all of our other clients that paid in full. And honestly, we don't really want to work with people that aren't fully 100% committed to investing in themselves. Kind of put a little bit of frame on them, right? And he says, well, can you split up the payments? Well, normally I don't do that. We work with busy entrepreneurs and CEOs in some high value position, right? If they're an entrepreneur, even better, like yourself. And most people, 4K is nothing to them, so they just pay in full. But let's say that I made an exception in your case, just because I like you, I want to help you out. And I don't see the fact that 4K I don't see 4K being the only reason you don't move forward. I don't think money is a valid reason not to move forward if you like the program, you're 100% in, and you deserve it. So what solution do you think we can give to this? Can you split up the payments? How would that look? Can you do 2K now, 2K later? So you're saying we do 2K now, and then we do 2K in exactly 30 days? Could you do 45 days? Pretend like you're thinking about it. So if we did that, if we did 2K now and 2K in 45 days, would you move forward today? Yeah, that would be super helpful, and I would definitely move forward today. Okay, sure, why not? How would you like to pay? Close. They suggest you a payment plan, you don't suggest them a payment plan. Have the frame. This is literally everything. You're the doctor, they're the patients. Oh, I can't pay my insurance. Can I still get the medicine? Well, I can't give you the medicine for free. Oh, but please help me out. Okay, so then what solution do you think we can give to this? I could pay the co-payment, and then I could do something with my insurance and have them take care of it. Okay. So normally people have to have valid insurance before I prescribe the medicine, but if you say you'll take care of that and you'll take the medicine, I don't see why not. So here, I'll send your prescription to your CVS, right? Same concept. You're the doctor, you have the authority. I hope that made sense. I know this was a bit of a longer video, but this is really, really important. Rewatch it again if you need to. Take notes. This is literally, I've been in 5 sales trainings. This is what I got from the best one out of those 5. I ditched all the others. I completely just dumpster fired everything. So yeah, that'll do it for this. Go ahead and leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed the video. Help the algorithm push this channel to more people that need to see this content. And otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Ciao.